right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, West. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 68 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
No, check, Patriots!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. This is Hightower. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now let's go! 3-19!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Let's go! Boo, land it!
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
On the carry, it's Hightower. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go. Boo, land it!
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves. Because
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Hightower. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And an alley to run. And he'll go down at the 28. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive game.
Here we go now.
They run with Hightower. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He'll get it up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll set up a throw. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Gun, 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 gun.
Off the play fake. West. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, 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 gun.
Throwing on first down. West. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the gun, West. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Operating from the gun. West, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll go with the keeper, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run-blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding, offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that, because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he will find his man on the outside. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now let's go! Blue line it! Blue line it!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And that will be incomplete as well.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air on 2nd down. West. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Looking to throw. West. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Back to throw here. That's caught by Kelly. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this? It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Chark, 78 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. From the gun, West. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team. Because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Hurry up, here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Look at this tight end in the corner. It's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. 3rd quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Shark's got it left side. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
No, check, Patriot.
Operating from the gun, West. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And that is going to do it for this. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. You got to think this is likely four-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, West. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone. So tough to do, but he made it. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point hits the left upright, but goes through anyway. And that will get them one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
They go again with Hightower. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A nice run leaves them just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Gun!
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Over!
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90!
Accelerating from the gun. West, incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, I think it's easy to figure out why they went for 2 there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one, and with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it and take some time down.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the